And welcome back to Fred Jackson Show. I'm excited because we got a local guy right here, our guest tonight, Corey Graham from the Buffalo Bills. And that's nice because you clap for yourself, Corey, so that's good. Positive reinforcement. You're from Buffalo. First, I got to ask you, I imagine it had to be a dream to play for the hometown team. I know you said you've been a fan of Steve Tasker and some of the other players from the 90s. So tell me, you've had 3 games under your belt, 2 at home. Is it everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, it definitely has been. I mean, I've been very fortunate to have a chance to come back home and play in front of my friends and family for the team I grew up loving. So it's lived up to the expectations. Obviously, we wanted to win last week. I mean, we let one get away, but for the most part, it's been pretty smooth, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I notice is with the whole transition we're trying to make and getting this team back to where we need to be, they brought you in for your veteran leadership and being a part of some great teams. What have you noticed that has improved since you've been here to help us take that leap to the next step?
I think we believe. I mean, I think we believe. That's been the toughest thing. When you're used to losing so much, I mean, here it's been crazy for the last 13, 14 seasons, haven't made the playoffs. But I believe this team really believed that we could win. I mean, we've came out the first couple of weeks and showed that we could compete with anyone. We still got some ways to go as far as getting everything on the same page and, you know, just learning how to finish games and things like that. But we believe that we can beat anybody, and that's one of the big things I've noticed since I've been here. I mean, it's a young group, it's a talented group, and we can get it done if we just believe in each other.
All right, you knew this one was coming. You had a really strong first 2 games. Yesterday you didn't get the start. You were in a rotation. You've been around. How do you feel about that?
Well, I knew going into the game that we were going to be rotating. Obviously, I didn't know exactly how much I was going to play. I figured we all will play about the same amount. But that's just the way it is right now. We're all rotating. We feel like we got 3 good corners. All of us can play, so we're going to try to, you know, split it up evenly between all of us. Obviously, I'm a competitor. I want to play as much as I possibly could, but we got to do whatever the coaches say, and we got to do what's best for the team. If they feel it's better for all 3 of us to, you know, share reps and go out there and be fresh, and that's what we have to do.
Well, I'll just say this, you know, like, you know, it was said earlier, you've definitely proven yourself every time you got on the field, man, and just stay ready because you got a lot of guys in the locker room that are excited about the way you're playing right now.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm ready to go every time I step on the field. I believe in myself. I believe that I can get the job done. So whenever coaches call my number, I'm just going to go out there and just do the best I possibly can.
Well, Coach Marone talked today about how important it is to also have you on special teams. He thinks you're a strong special teams player. And you played safety yesterday, too. Yeah. So versatility, it comes in handy in the NFL.
It's good. I mean, since I've been in the league, I've always heard the more you can do, the better you'll be. And sometimes I think it can hurt you a little bit because they tend to move you around a lot and you don't stick at one position. But I've been very fortunate to have an opportunity to play a lot of positions. I pride myself on being able to do everything. Special teams is where I started my game at, so obviously I'll always do that. So you just go out there and do whatever they ask you to do and try to do it to the best of your ability.
Okay, next week you're playing Houston. You're playing against Ryan Fitzpatrick, good friend of yours, Fred. This will be an interesting matchup for the Bills.
Yeah, it's a big matchup. It's a big matchup because it's the next one. We got to win it. I mean, we didn't win yesterday, actually. We didn't win yesterday, and we got a bad feeling in our stomachs, man. We want to win every time we step on the field. We weren't able to get it done. It's the next game, so we got to go out there and leave it all on the field.
And Fred, I think this is really a critical game because you win this game, you can go up 3-1. You lose this game, you're at 500, and you know that things can backslide. This team's been here before. This is a very important one to put in the win column.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an important game for us. You know, you want to win them all. That's always the goal. We didn't get that done yesterday, and for us, we have to focus on the next one, and this is one that we definitely need to get a win and put another one in the win column for us.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Social Media. Brad Galber, stand by. Brad, what do we have?
Yeah, the first one's from Ashley, and it's going to be for Corey. You touched on this a little bit, but she wants to know, what's the best part of being able to play in your hometown?
Probably playing in front of all your friends and family. Being in the league and playing at different places, not your hometown, you only get a few people that can actually come and see you play. Being at home, people you went to high school with, guys you grew up with, your neighbors from across the street, I mean, all your family, everybody could come and see you play. So, I mean, it's truly a blessing and a great opportunity to be able to do that and play in front of all your friends and family. It's just something you got to take advantage of and enjoy.
Do they expect you to buy the tickets?
That's the bad thing about it. I would say that's the one bad thing about playing at home. You know, it's always a lot of tickets. Everybody think tickets are free in the NFL. They think we don't have to pay for anything, so it's tough. It's tough on us, but you got to manage it and just try to be the best you can and get as many people you can there.
Okay, Fred can help you out with the tickets. He just signed a new deal. Okay, Brad, you're next.
Yeah. The next one's from Zane, and it's for Corey as well. He wants to know, Corey, who was your favorite football player growing up?
Growing up as a Bill or just in general?
Just in general.
I would say my favorite football player would have been Deion Sanders. I grew up admiring the way he played the game, the way he went about everything, how talented he was and what he was able to do. So that's my favorite football player, but obviously everybody know my favorite Buffalo Bill is Steve Tasker.
You act like Deion too sometimes.
Come on, man.
You know, I definitely knew that's what you were going to say before.
Why? Because I care about my appearance? Come on.
What are you saying?
Next question.
Last one, Brad.
Yeah, all right, this one's for Fred, and it's from John. He wants to know, do you like the plays that you're in when you play quarterback, quote unquote?
I don't like it now because I didn't complete the pass, but my passer rating just got cut in half. I mean, I was 1 for 1 for a touchdown, and I told Sammy, I said, Sammy, I'm going to throw this no matter what. You got to come down with it. And he told me to do it. Unfortunately, we didn't get the play completed, and anytime you get an opportunity to do a play like that, you want to make it work. And Coach, Nate told me right away, he was like, if we get the opportunity, I'm going to call this, so be ready. He walked to the sideline. He was like, is your arm loose? I was like, Coach, it's always loose. I'm ready to go. And he called it the very next play. And like I said, unfortunately, we didn't get it to work. But anytime you have a coach that puts faith in you, you want to make it happen.
Were you a little surprised you didn't catch him by surprise?
Oh, there was probably one person I caught by surprise, and that was 96. He was like, no, you didn't. You did not just throw that. And I was like, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't complete it. So.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. DJ Dave Jixter from 97 Rock. We're taking questions from the audience right after this on The Fred Jackson Show.